Welcome to Shalom Ima. Shalom means peace. Shalom comes from the root word shalem, which means complete. When one is complete with oneself, they are at peace. And peace and harmony is what we're striving for. One may ask, what am I to do with this life I've been granted? What is my purpose? Such a profound question. In order to answer such a question, we need wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to think and act with knowledge, experience, common sense, and insight. We are human and we're limited with the wisdom that we possess. So we've been granted divine wisdom. It's called the Torah. And within that, we have a protocol of how to live our daily lives. And this week's portion is called Lech Lecha, go for yourself. Such a powerful story, such a powerful message. Abraham was told by God, leave your comfort zone, leave your country, leave your nation, leave your relatives, leave your father's house, because you're going to be a great person, and you can't do that here. Sometimes we're surrounded by bad characteristics or bad situations, and we have to take that courage and come out of that situation, come out of that limiting mindset, so that way we can shine, we can outshine ourselves. And that's what Abraham did. He was given 10 tests, 10 very difficult challenges, and each one of us receives a challenge in different ways. Some are harder than others, but we each receive the ones we can handle, and we have the tools to take care of those challenges. Recently, one woman spoke up, a very brave woman, about her history of her challenge. And I would like to share that with you. She begins her story in 1978, where she wakes up in terror in the middle of the night. She's sweating and she is in pain. Every part of her body hurts. She turns to her side of the bed, and there's a man laying there. It's her husband of 2 years, and he's sleeping peacefully as if nothing had happened. And she thinks to herself, and she questions, how did I get to this place? And she remembers the first time he slapped her was 2 weeks after the wedding. And she was in such shock, and she didn't do anything. And 2 years later, she's still in shock. She hasn't done a thing. She leaves, and then she comes back because she's in desperate need of building a family. She loves this man. But he would comfort her and tell her, I love you. I can't live without you. You're the only person that can make me a better person. I need you. I promise I will never hit you again. And then he overcompensates for the hurt that he gives her by doing other good things, and she goes back to him. And it got to a point where she became dependent on pills and medication to deal with anxiety, with her depression, with anorexia. She couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep, she needed help with the meds. So she gets up slowly from that bed, goes to the corner where there's a mirror. She stands there and looks at her abused body. She sees all these shades of blue. One is yellowish blue, one is greenish blue, one is reddish blue, and it's all over her body. She says, I cannot continue living like this. I am the one who will be in control of my destiny. She was young. She wanted to continue living, but she didn't want to continue living like this. So she gained that courage. She took a bag and she started stuffing that bag with all her clothes, whatever belongings that she could fit in there. But she didn't want to pack the medicine that she was given. She put that aside. As she got dressed, her husband slowly wakes up and he looks at her. He's like, you're leaving again? And she quietly whispers to him, follow me. She took her bag. She took the bag of medication. She went to the kitchen and she felt him following her. She knew that he did not believe the courage that she had built. He didn't know where it came from, but he followed her. She went to the kitchen, she opened up the garbage can, she threw the medication in there and closed it, and she turned to him, and for the first time ever, with courage, she looked at him and said, the same way you cannot see the medicine, that's how you will not see me anymore. And she left. Her father took her in. He supported her, but he told her, if you're leaving now, if you're leaving him now, remember, there's no way back. There's no way back. And she said, what about people? What will they say? Her father was a pediatrician, well respected in the community. He said, don't worry, I'll take care of the people. And with this, she said, I have three conditions. And three conditions that she gave to herself. 3 decisions. She said, only I can control my destiny. Number 2, she said, she will never allow to agree to be a victim of anyone. And 3, the 20 shades of blue will only appear in her artwork. Today, she's an owner of a beauty school and a lecturer. She was always asked, weren't you afraid of leaving? And she answers, I was more afraid of dying, because there's very little time that a person can survive in such a condition. So when she's asked, is the risk that she took worth it? She says, yes, since I'm standing here and I'm alive and I am functioning and I am one of the greatest versions of myself, then yes, the risk was worth it. This story is about leaving the bad, leaving harmful surroundings, which limits a person from achieving their potential. When one is engrossed with fear, with pain, with sorrow, they cannot be who they are. However, in such cases where abuse is part of the equation, a psychologist, a life coach, a counselor, any third party must be addressed to help the person going through it to make the right decisions, because there are so many emotions that may block them from doing the right thing for them and for their future. And every situation is different. Every incident is unique to the person's experience, because we each have our own challenge, which is tailored to us. But there is help as long as we find the courage to want to have a better life for us. So may we have clarity. May we have clarity to make the right steps and gain a positive light into our lives and the lives of others. Thank you all for listening, and I wish you all the best.